if you can find me a hot chef, it is done.
What do I get?
Oh, the seriousness in his
you
face,
get to be the maid of honor at the reception.
Okay.
Or
and maybe get your stylist friends for life to help me.
Done.
Okay, let's do it.
Done.
I'm gonna get you a
Best
hot
friend
chef.
Trey, will you help Miranda for the rest of her life? For free. He said yes. Okay, done.
perfect.
You
We're
find me a
doing
husband,
this.
I got you, Trey.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Tea Time.
Tea time.
Today on the pod, we have someone who we both know.
Oh, we both know
Who we
very
both see
well.
out and about on the town. Who is probably one of the most beautiful,
Gorgeous.
most handsome people I've ever seen in my life.
And did you know?
No joke.
Did you know that he was the first openly gay reality star in the history of television?
As a matter of fact, I did. And if you don't know who we're talking about, well, sorry. It's Karamo Brown.
Thank you, Miranda. Can I give a hug?
Yes.
Thank you,
Yes.
Mama.
It's true.
I
You're-
appreciate that.
The
Thank
face.
you.
The
The face card is real.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So is yours. I'm glad to be here.
I'm so happy you're here. I like how we're also kind of twinning.
We are 20 today.
I love a Canadian tuxedo.
Me too. It's the easiest thing to put on.
Oh, and it's just like effortless and chic and cute no matter what.
I don't have fashion sense, and so people dress me. But if I'm
you're
left
gay.
if I'm left to my own devices, I would be in sweats and a t-shirt and a hat, an LA hat every single day.
So you dress straight, but your heart's gay?
My heart's gay.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Yes.
And also, isn't that totally like the fact that you're on Queer Eye for the straight guy? Don't you have to have fashion sense?
They say that, girl, but I ain't got none. Okay, that's what they
does the
say.
cultural side
I
of
know,
it.
exactly.
I
Like,
know.
you need some mental health help, girl. I got you, girl. But the other stuff, it ain't happening.
Damn. So you could be not a contestant, but a participant. You
I
be
could.
the
And
person
they'd
who-
have to come in my closet and revamp the whole thing. It ain't happening.
Crazy.
Have you always been that way?
Always. The problem is that my best friend, who's here today, you met him. Best friend Trey is like the most best dressed man I've ever met. It could be 104 degrees out, and he will be in a shoe and a shirt and a thing that I've never seen, and it all goes. And so, somewhere around 18 years old, I was like, you know what? That's your thing. I'm gonna find something else. I'm not trying to compete with that, girl. You know.
Yeah.
No, instead I'm just going to go on television.
Yeah, I'm going on television.
And-
Okay? I'm going. You be fine and fashionable and cute as hell. I'm gonna go on TV.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah.
Raven did compliment his shoes immediately.
Oh, immediately.
You
Those
were like,
are
"All
Yeah,
right,
every time. He comes. There's not a day. And when he says I'm a dress down, it makes me even madder.
Yeah.
Because then it'd be like still a full outfit. And I'd be like, bitch, my sweats have holes in them. And you're like, I thought we were dressing down today. Like, why are you in
That's
something cute?
you sound like me. That's how I am. I feel like some people have the eye and they literally understand what looks good on their body, how to put the pieces together, and then there are people like me and you who just have no fucking idea. So then we have like the uniform
Yes.
because you have the thing that you know you feel good in because like you look good, you can go on TV, you can go on a podcast, but you don't have to worry about anything else. But you're not like exploring or taking fashion risks.
That is literally why people are like, why do you have 100 LA hats? Because I'm like, I put on a hat, I put on a t-shirt, and I put on jeans.
Yeah,
It's cute.
And you
It's
can
like
go.
it's a rich person's uniform, though.
Yeah, did you just call me rich? Come on.
But that is, if you see like these really, really rich people
Oh,
out
yeah,
here in the
yeah, yeah.
streets, it's a baseball cap, a dirty
No,
tee,
really
and
rich
some
people do not
They
look
don't
like rich
dress.
people.
They
Yeah.
don't.
No.
They do not. Let's talk about your richness. You've had so many shows. You are such a light for the community when it comes to just expressing yourself and letting others express themselves. You're obviously on a show called Queer Eye. That's fantastic.
10th season.
I mean,
Crazy.
honey, syndication.
Yeah.
My
Okay.
question to you is, if you had to have those guys come into your life, what's the area of your life that's just literally falling apart and you need help with, other than your clothing?
Oh, okay. I was gonna say it's Tan France. I need him all day long. And even when we shoot the show, I walk in the trailer and the first thing I say is, "Do I look okay?"
Oh, wow.
And if I don't, he'll zhuzh something up. That's the
cute.
truth.
That's nice.
The person whose help I need, I guess it'd be food, because outside of dressing, Uber Eats is my best friend.
Interesting.
They should have dropped me a coin for a sponsorship. How much I shout them out and how much
Did you hear that?
Uber Eats.
Did you hear that?
We all
What's
need
the-
you.
Okay, we all
Yeah.
need you.
We all need him.
It's because I know how to cook. The problem was that I'm the youngest of 4 sisters, and the men in my
baby.
family cook. And my father used to make this comment, where he would say, "When you grow up, I don't want you depending on a woman to cook or clean for you. So you need to learn now." And it backfired on his ass because I did not need a woman to depend on. Like,
You're waiting for a man to defend that.
Exactly.
That's okay. We have to find you a hot chef to marry.
If you can find me a hot chef, it is done.
What do I get?
Oh, the seriousness in his
you
face,
get to be the maid of honor at the reception.
Okay.
Or
and maybe get your stylist friends for life to help me.
Done.
Okay, let's do it.
Done.
I'm gonna get you a hot
Best friend
chef.
Trey, will you help Miranda for the rest of her life? For free. He said yes. Okay, done.
perfect.
You
We're
find me a
doing
husband,
this.
I got you, Trey.
Okay, I'm gonna get to work. I fancy myself a matchmaker. Hot chef is coming in.
I'm down.
Do I have like any kind of rules and regulations? Like, are we looking for a certain age, color?
So for age, I do like someone between the ages of 39 youngest,
Okay.
50 oldest. I've
Okay.
always been
But Reed's like cute as fuck.
But
yeah,
Reed's
Reed's
like-
cute.
yeah.
Yeah, Reed's cute. I've never liked young. Like, you know my ex Raven. So
Yes.
I always like a little bit older. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Daddy issues.
Understood. Understood.
Silver
yeah.
foxes.
And
Exactly.
I mean, what else?
I do like anyone who is 5'10" to 6'3".
So
That
no
makes
short,
sense.
no short kings.
No short kings. I mean, I could do a short king, but
But
I've
does he
never-
have to pick you up or can you pick him up?
No, I would have to pick him up.
Okay.
Yeah. I would say short kings. I'm not opposed to any race. I've dated every race.
Okay.
Let me see. That's it.
And
I'm not that
obviously
picky.
I'm gonna do this.
gets along well with your kids.
Yeah, gets along well with my kids.
Yeah.
But now my kids are grown. So like
So that
It's
doesn't
not as big
yeah,
of a deal.
because there's a dude I was dating after I just got my last relationship, and the kids came over and they were like, "What's up, man?" And then like, it's like because my oldest son is 28, about to be 29, so like,
wow.
I'm dating a guy who's 41.
Mm-hmm.
There's not that far of an age difference, so he's like, "What's up, man? I'm never gonna call you dad." So like,
I
he's
love
like,
that.
"Hey," you know what I mean?
Okay.
But they also they need to want to get married, they want to have kids, and they because I wouldn't mind a little.
You want
girl.
more kids?
I wouldn't mind a little girl.
Okay.
Little girl.
So I need to find a hot chef who's at least 5'10", who's 39, who's open to kids,
And this is why I'm single. When I hear it out loud, when I hear it played back to me, I'm always like, why can't I find anybody? And then
We're gonna need to get
It's a
Seema
good-
from
we-
Mumbai for you right now.
Exactly.
hilarious. No, we start with the wish list, and then we're gonna just put it out there, and we're gonna do this.
Okay,
I
perfect.
am on a mission because I want a style upgrade.
Well,
So I'm
okay, great.
I'm fully invested.
Oh, one big thing is, I'm sorry to cut you off, Raven. They gotta love music and love to dance. Because I will find myself at any moment in the day listening to music and dancing.
Oh, I love
any
that.
moment. So
Are you
they
a good
have to.
dancer?
I am. I'm a great dancer. But they don't have to be a good dancer. I like to just like be in the kitchen and then we just start two-stepping.
I love that.
Or in the middle of the grocery store aisle. And if the song is cute, we're in there twerking together.
love that.
So that's,
We had an interesting experience the other day at a birthday party where Raven decided to teach me how to dance. And she had me finding the beat, but all from up here, not down here. Because apparently I do like the white woman wiggle. And I just
No,
like,
it's not the white woman wiggle.
No?
It's the hula hoop.
that's
The hula hoop.
that is it's kind of the white woman wiggle. I mean, that is the hula hoop is pretty like
So you just do this. You
Yeah.
just do yeah, okay.
This
yeah.
is my wife right here.
a little bit of this, a little bit of this.
Wait, I just want to ask with this person that we're going to find you,
Yes.
do you also need to know their credit scores on the first date like you did one of your exes?
How you knew that?
What happened?
Okay, you researched. Good, Nina.
It wasn't me. It was Laura.
Okay. Thank you, Laura. Yes, thank you, Laura. So I'm like, how you know that?
We know everything about you.
Not anymore.
Okay.
Because now I'm to be real with you, I'm in my trick season.
Yes.
I'm really in my trick season. You talking about my
sure?
riches, girl? Like I'm in my trick season. I don't need you to come with no coins. I will.
Really?
You don't have to pay a bill, and I'm fine with it. Like it ain't tricking if you got it, girl. And so I don't need you to pay a bill. You ain't gotta have no credit.
You just have to make sure that I'm taken care of at home at every
You
step.
cooking. Okay? As long as you want to cook, I'm gonna pay every single bill and not question it. Never throw it in your face. Never hold
I
above
love
you.
this.
You do what you gotta do.
The
You
comments
get
are
it.
going to blow up. You're going to have so many dates down below.
Listen, come with it. I'm ready. Listen, I'm telling you, somebody gonna put me on a reality show and make me a bachelor because I'm ready for love. I'm telling you. Listen.
I love this for you.
You know, we have a reality show that we're taking out to the town
Shopping.
these days.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you about it off camera.
Yeah.
I've come up with it, but you could be on that show.
Oh
Put
my
me on
God,
it.
he totally could be on
totally
that
could.
show.
Add me to the deck.
Oh my God.
Done.
You
me to
add
the-
him to the
I don't
deck.
even know what it is. I like a
like, add
check.
me to the
Okay.
deck.
You said
We
earlier
all
that I
want
keep
a
a job. It's because I say yes to this. So I don't
Period.
even know what it is.
I'm in my yes season too.
Yeah.
Shonda Rhimes like coined that. She said there was a year where she was just like yes to everything, and then she got like $1 zillion deal with Netflix. So we
It's
say
real.
yes to everything.
It's real. People will be like overthinking stuff, and then all of a sudden they'll find themselves missing out on opportunities. I'm like, yeah, put me in the deck.
Yeah.
Because as we know how Hollywood goes, it might get picked up, it might not, and it might be 12 12 seasons, it might be one. Exactly. So girl, either way, I'm gonna be with 1 season, 12 seasons, or we did. So do it. Put me in there. I'm ready.
We already fully understand that the show is gonna be picked up and it's gonna have multiple seasons. So let's go. We all just got a whole lot richer.
Yes.
So before we started, Raven was like messing with my nipple.
Yeah.
If you remember.
I do remember.
And I know that you said, go ahead, babes. She understands I'm cold from just this one nipple. You don't understand men's nipples.
I don't get it.
Uh-uh.
Why don't you? Can you explain why it's weird?
Why?
What do you do with nipples? Like every time, like I had a guy that was like squeeze my nipple, then you like turn it. I'm like, girl, this is too much work. And then like I had another one. Trey knows about this guy. You remember the one that was like I had to suck on his nipple? Like that was what like made him orgasm. My publicist is gagging over it. But like it was like I know how to make myself orgasm. So
right.
I'm like. I'm good there. Yeah. And he was like, suck on my nipple for like an hour. Yeah. And I was like, girl, yeah. I don't have time. What are we doing?
He's like reliving some childhood trauma, like breastfeeding.
Exactly.
And like,
I had a guy like that once.
Suck on my nipple for an hour?
It wasn't, so he wanted to spit. He liked like liquid there.
On the nipple.
On the nipple. And I was just like, this is so fucking weird. It's very weird, but I will say this, and for all of the scientists and like people who know about what I'm about to say, more educated than I am, put it in the comments. But I heard that like men have nipples because we're all one sex while we're in the womb, and then eventually we change into it. So what you want to see is like just a flat chest, hair, no hair, hair, no nips. What about an areola?
Go sure.
I
don't need this. I don't need this.
So you just want a large freckle.
Large freckle is cute for me. It works. A large freckle is cute for me. That's all I need.
They're cute.
They're cute. Yeah. They make no sense on us. Like you just said, it makes no sense on us.
It doesn't.
I'm going to sound so stupid, but I wonder if a man can lactate. No, because he doesn't have mammary glands.
Doesn't have mammary glands. No. But it definitely has to connect to something, because when you squeeze a nipple, it is a part of the nervous system in some way.
In some people.
That'll make a
girl,
little
you squeeze this and I'm like.
You don't feel nothing?
Nothing.
Oh,
nothing.
That's fair.
Nothing. Do you feel something?
Huh?
Men can lactate.
I knew men could lactate. See, I'm not stupid, you guys.
No one said it, just you.
I just said I'm having a conversation with myself right now. You're not stupid, Miranda.
So I want to go back when we talk about that list. When we talk about that list of men, I do not want a man
with
that
nipples.
Lactates.
Okay, a non-lactating man.
Non-lactating man is now on that list.
Yeah.
This is what happens. How my OCD works is now every man I go up to now and be like, "Do you lactate?" Now you done effed me up, girl. You have no idea.
Just buying Band-Aids for all of them,
man.
Make sure it doesn't see through.
Hilarious.
That's funny.
The first thing you have to do is go have like nippleectomies on your first date. No, I don't really have sensitive nipples either, which is why I was able to get my nipples pierced. Oh, yeah. Well, I got one nipple pierced, but I remember.
Is that the one that always goes hard?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, and I remember going with my girlfriend, and not my romantic girlfriend, my friend.
Yeah.
And she was like, she had to take painkillers and numb her boobs and everything to get them pierced. And I was like,
yeah, why?
Because she liked how it looked, but she was afraid of the pain. But I don't know. I don't have sensitivity there. Yeah. Fun facts.
I have a question, kind of off topic, but just like switching it up a little bit. How do you feel about the pronouns in our world today?
I love them.
You love all of them?
I do.
Even the Z's and Z's and fairies?
Let me tell you why.
Tell me.
This is the reason why. And this is my sincere. And it really, my opinion was really formed out of the fact that I had to cuss a lot of gay men out.
That's fair.
Because like, if I didn't have to cuss so many gay men out, my opinion might have been different. But the thing is, I get so many gay men that I see like at the club, and they're like, I'm not calling you this. I'm like, bitch, if you can't respect somebody in our community, girl, then how are we gonna expect?
That's fair.
Somebody else. And so what happened to me at this point, I'm like, it don't kill me to call you what you want. Okay. It don't kill me. And so for me, I'm like, if that's what you need to feel whole, to feel authentic, let's go for it. You know what I mean? Because like when I see these people who are talking about like pronouns like that, but then when they get their dog, they're like, isn't she so cute? You know what I mean? I'm like, girl, you worried about that dog's your animal's pronoun, but a person. So I'm just like, it is totally fine. Like call somebody what they want. It's not going to hurt you. You're going to move on with your life.
That's beautiful. And
that's just my opinion. And really, I wish that for me, for my community, I wish more gay men could get that, because I'm so tired of them being like, I'm not calling them. I'd be like, well, I'm going to call you a bitch then. Like, your new pronoun.
The original new pronoun.
Okay, exactly.
It was the original extra pronoun.
That bitch.
That's your pronoun, that bitch.
So yeah, I mean, I understand it. I love the she, they, them, he, but I'm okay with Z. I can understand that, but I think that, I thank you for telling me your opinion because it's hard for me to grasp it sometimes.
What's your frustration or your
That's what I was gonna wonder.
Your issue with
My
it?
issue with it is it's so much too soon. And if you have let us get used to they them first. Give us 2 or 3 years, maybe 5 years with they them. Then start adding in fairy and dragon and all of them because we have to deal with.
Not dragon.
I mean, the opposite has to be dragon. What the fuck else is it gonna be? Fucking fairies. I love fairies. Anyway, I just feel like we're trying to convince the world to accept us, and every single month we're dropping something new on them, and that's hard to absorb unless you have a outlook like you, who has been a part of people's lives and changing lives for so much. You want people to feel comfortable, but people that aren't like you, it's hard to grasp.
But can I play angel's advocate for a second?
Oh yes, Angel.
Oh yeah, I don't trust the devil, so we're gonna play angel's advocate always. Okay, okay. But so here we go. So I understand your idea of let's pre-educate. Let's give moments of time for you to catch up. Yeah. But what I know about history, and especially American history, is that no matter how much time you give someone to respect you and understand you, there's still going to be a large group that's going to say, I don't see you, I will never see you, I will not ever give you your rights. That's right. So knowing that history, me waiting on them to catch up, I'm never going to get to be me. So I just need to give it and put it out there, and you catch up. That's sort of the space I'm in, especially at this last election. I'm so tired. Queer Eye, I'm going to be real with you. Queer Eye made us these very we're your wholesome gays. We're going to come into your house and everyone love us. And it made us feel like we have to always go to them and say oh my God, look at us, we're normal and all this stuff. And it used to piss me off. The rebel in me used to be like, bitch, I'm tired. And after this last election, I'm like, you over there ignorant? All right, I ain't got no time to teach you. You come, bring your ass over here when you're ready, because I'm going to live my life. And I'm going to make sure everybody over here is safe, and I'm going to make sure that we're good. And so for me, knowing that, think about all the stuff that you have ever done where you've been accept me, see me. And that internet and these ignorant people are going to still come against you.
Always, every time.
So I'm with that being said, live your life as your ZZ, fairy, dragon, whatever it is, girl. We going to go with it. And if they can't catch up, they was going to hate on you anyway. So let me be the one to love you.
I see both sides because
that's what I'm saying.
Raven and I have this conversation quite a bit because it does really frustrate her. And I see that you also are expressing that from a space of feeling like we never get to be in this community. We're never taken seriously. Because there's so much that is changing so quickly, and then you're the brunt of every joke. But I sit on the same side of the fence with you in a lot of ways where I'm people have to live in their authenticity. Yeah. And there are going to be people who are going to kind of exploit or take advantage of that. Mm-hmm. But then there are people who truly are living in their truth. And I feel like every person has the right to do that. And the criticism and the judgment that's going to come from online or from the world.
Or from me.
or from Raven Simone is going to be constant, and you can't stop being yourself because of that.
Okay, fine. I publicly apologize for my feelings. Please don't cancel.
No, you're allowed to have. I'm not.
You're allowed to have your
you're
feelings.
exactly what I'm saying is everyone is entitled to their.
And if I can be honest with you, you sounded a lot better in expressing your point of view than a lot of the cis gay white men that sometimes I'm around that say they should. So I appreciate.
It's definitely not about you expressing yourself.
Yeah, I appreciate the way you put it, but yeah. So
thank you.
Yeah.
Listen, if we can have Zayzid, fairy, dragon, mole, then we could definitely have
mole.
I added another one because you said I can add whatever I want to, whatever I want to, goddammit. So then I think it should be more than just African American. It should be Haitian. It should be Indian. It should be mixed. It should be Italian.
I agree.
It should be because
I've been fighting this fight for longer because
all of them.
That census has never been right.
It's not right.
And people don't forget and don't realize that the way that the census, how it works, is a distribution of funds and resources. And so when you just say it's put everybody in this, now you're missing a whole group of people who are not being seen, who are not getting the resources they need. So I agree with you. All that should be changed.
All of it should be changed. It shouldn't just be our culture, our community pushing forward and opening doors. We need it everywhere. Thank you. I'm done.
No, yeah. See, I said that over Raven Rant. We love a Raven Rant. Okay, we love a Raven Rant.
Rant, baby, rant.
Okay. Is that a new segment? Can you have a Raven Rant at the end where you just rant? Please, I love a Raven Rant.
My mom is still alive. I can't do that.
Okay, yeah.
That's true. That's very true. Oh my gosh. So this rebel nature that you have.
Yeah.
Does it come because of your middle name?
bitch, whoever do y'all research is on it, man.
But I mean, he's also educated, which comes from his first name.
Yep. He's an educated rebel.
Y'all better. Okay.
He's so happy.
Which I live.
Us.
Yes, so my first name means educated, my middle name means rebel, and
He's so cute.
He's like, rebel.
my father gave us all names that he said that you have to live up to because he believes there's a lot in the name. And so it has made me rebellious. You know what I mean? Like when you started the introduction of like first openly gay men on reality television, it's because it was a time, as we know, where like brothers were scared to be themselves. Sisters were scared to be themselves. And I just was like, fuck y'all. Girl, I'm gonna be me, girl. I'm gonna do it. Like, what's up? And I've always felt like me being rebellious is what pushed my career, my life forward. And it has made me successful. And anytime I have a conversation with people who are like, I'm scared to do this. I'm like, bitch, it's cute on this side. Come on this side, girl. You living your life. You find love, bitch. It's cute on this side.
It is.
It's real cute.
What is your middle name?
Kariga.
Karamo.
Karamo Kariga. Yeah.
Ooh. Both of us.
I love that. That's beautiful.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You also, I don't know if this is still true to you, but I did see something a while ago where you were talking about your faith.
Yeah.
And are you still religious?
So my religion is shifting, where I have had a problem identifying as Christian for some time now. And I used to be very proud to tell y'all, like, I'm a proud gay black Christian man. And then I just see such hate that is coming from organized religion.
Yeah.
And it's tearing me apart because I walk into these spaces where it should be about love and bringing people together, and it is doing the exact opposite.
It's been doing that for a while, though.
It has been. And I think there was a large part of me that felt, if I just continue to go here, maybe I can change. And to go back to what we said before, I realized that even my presence in these spaces is not changing the book or the version of that book, because I always forget people, this is a version. They're going to rewrite this in another 100 years for whatever they feel like they need to do to control people at that time. And so right now I'm just like, we're not going to change in that. I'm trying to say, hey, because every time I go in there, I try to have these conversations that are like, let's open up the dialogue. They're like, well, but the Bible says... the Bible used to also say your ass should be a slave. So girl, like, let's stop playing with me right now. And so it's shifting. It's shifting, and I'm happy that it's shifting.
Is it shifting to spirituality? Is it shifting to a private practice? Like what?
It's definitely shifting to spirituality. Like I still believe there has to be something that created it. This can't be by chance.
Right.
This is just so orchestrated, so beautifully. This can't be by chance. I understand the Big Bang, but there has to be
greater purpose
something.
Or meaning
there
behind
has to
it.
Be a greater purpose or meaning. But I think we've strayed so far to knowing what that is.
Yeah.
And we keep getting further and further away.
We were recently talking, Raven and I, about religion.
Yeah.
And this is going to be controversial, so everybody hold on to your hats.
Hold your hats, people.
I said to Raven that I think one of the biggest mental illnesses that people suffer from is religion.
I agree.
And this
is toxic religion.
I was going to say this happened after we watched the documentary on Ruby Franke. And if you don't know who Ruby Franke is, she was a mommy vlogger who got massive amounts of fame.
She was huge.
She had 6 kids, and her channel was called 8 Passengers, and she's now in prison for 30 years because of child abuse. And everything that
she thought the demon was in her children.
She thought her children were the devil. And so these babies were on the brink of death. I mean, her 8-year-old son or whatever, he might have been a little older than 8, snuck out of this house.
He was.
And he was 8?
He was older than 8.
Oh, he was older than 8. And he was emaciated, and he had wounds all over him. He had been tied up. And basically, though, the extreme religion that this family was, they were from the Latter-day Saints, Mormons, was just, she believed her kids were the devil. And I mean, like that, it was so horrific to see.
Toxic religious thought processes to me is the mental illness, because there are some religious people within the Christian faith, within the scope of Jesus and God, that are not that.
Of course.
And we also want to give praise to those who keep the beauty that is the original.
Of course.
But then there are sections and sectors that tend to just saturate in toxicity, and it creates division. It creates hatred. It creates child abuse. It creates sex cults. It creates all kinds of things. And it's not fair to the people who are actually studying and praising in a positive sense, you know what I mean? But I do too believe, like, when you go too far deep into one thing, not keeping your eyes open, especially in America and in our environment where there's so many religions playing with each other and you know, moving forward in society, we really have to be careful.
It's also people who take the Bible so literally, and they think that that is truth, and therefore they're living in a world that is literally a gray zone in this black and white mentality themselves, and then making decisions and building their life around this text that they think is, again, the word of God, but in fact,
was actually
it's
the world of Shakespeare.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Seriously.
Yeah.
And that's why I always tell people, look at the version.
Yeah.
People forget that. It says King James's version. This is Trump just came out with his Bible that he put out, and it says Trump's version.
Listen.
Like, people they go, this is real. Like, he's
I
selling
hope
his
that's going
Bible.
to be in the Holiday Inns.
Okay. So
Oh my God.
No, but I 100% agree with you. It's like, and that's where I'm at right now. But you know, I like, even those who are not so caught up in the toxicity of it still are drinking the sauce. And that's what I'm seeing. Because, like, I have family members who love me, who say they support me, and then in the same breath, I see them do or say certain things, and I'm like,
the hypocrisy. There's so much hypocrisy in religion.
I thought you were one of the good ones. And they're like, well, I am, but you know, it's the but you knows that kills me. But you know, the Bible does, but you know, and I'm like, okay, girl, okay. Y'all all gonna find out one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those
Y'all
pearly
gonna find
gates.
out.
I've always been like anxious around organized religion, and then I went to this psychic who told me that I was a
Why made it fall out? You don't go to the psychic too?
Nah, because I know my wife.
She knows the story I'm about to tell you, which is I went to this psychic who told me that I was a princess in a past life, or a queen in a past life. Yeah, she told me I was a queen in a past life, and that I probably had some negative interaction with a religious group. So then what I took that to mean was that I was a bad queen who was probably killed. Maybe I was a good queen who was killed, but I was doing things that people thought were bad because they were super religious.
Yeah.
And then they chopped my head off. This is what I've decided.
Because she can't put shirts over her head. It's too tight.
And I think they kept me in a tower for a long time because I'm very claustrophobic. So I think that's why I don't like.
I live for your past life.
I know, right? It's so
I live
epic.
for your past life.
I live for it too. Did you say amen, babe?
I said, praise be.
What was your past life, Raven?
Honey, I was a man.
Okay.
Moving
So I feel like I was a woman in my past
I
life.
was-
I feel like I was a woman in my past life.
Period.
A white woman.
This is the first time I was
You
a
are a
female.
white woman.
I was a white woman in my past
Hilarious.
life. I know it.
Babes,
Period.
you were-
What's your name?
I don't know her name, but I know she was everything.
Yeah.
But she didn't like the fact that she didn't feel like she had some freedom. And she was like, I'm going to be a man. And then she was like, but I still want dick. And she was like, so I'm going to be a gay man.
Ooh.
And that's how I came. I know that.
Period.
My
And she was
past self put that in the universe.
And
that's
she was
why I'm
obsessed
here.
with skin.
Exactly.
And so you came back this time as a black man, so you got the best
skin.
skin ever.
Yeah, bitch. She was plotting for my future. And I live for her. I don't know
my
who
God.
she is, but thank you, past me.
I think I'm coming next life. I think I'm coming back as like a hot gay black man.
Bitch, it's a good life.
I think
I'm
so.
not gonna lie to y'all. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It's a cute life, okay?
ready
Being
for
a
it.
black gay man, bitch, it is cute.
Especially, I mean, like if you look like you, yes.
Body T, face T,
Yes.
education T, girl.
Period,
Yeah, okay.
period.
Like,
I'm ready for the next life. Let's go.
Okay, calm down.
I know, like,
you in
enjoy this
one.
one, okay? Enjoy this
You
one.
a white woman in this one. You good.
Okay, you good.
You are okay.
Okay.
What would you come back in your next life as?
Ooh, I wouldn't.
Oh, okay.
guys, no,
She's
no.
over
I
life.
mean-
She's like done.
Yeah, she's like, I've lived
life.
I've lived enough.
I've done my numbers, and technically I'm in my 9th life. I really think I learned my
You learned
lesson.
your lessons.
Yeah.
I'm good. I had success and fame in this life. I know I was a man in another one. I know I've been in charge of people. I know I've been underneath people. I don't want to come back. I don't like the trajectory. of what
Yeah.
this world is
Okay, like
looking
at this
like.
point, like
Yeah,
it's done.
I understand.
I'm good.
If there is more lives, I'm hoping this is the last one too. And it's not pessimistic. Like it's not like I'm not suicidal or something. It's just like
No.
I feel like I learned the lessons.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I learned it.
I do a lot of spiritual work. I do a lot
Yeah.
of like Zen teachings, and I do a lot of just New Age teachings when it comes to just accepting the fact of the spirit that has been placed inside of my avatar. And so I'm just going to be like,
I would subscribe to the Raven Zen teachings. I want to let you know that. Put
you're
that
kind.
online. I would subscribe. Tell me where the classes are in Burbank, bitch. I'm there.
Very
Okay, let me
We
know.
start with shrooms and we end with a blunt.
Okay, like I'm there.
I don't.
It's
There.
9 Perfect Strangers.
It is,
Raven's, what's it called? Mushroom retreat.
I love it.
You know what else is really fun to do in this life?
Yes.
I'm going to tell you.
What?
Is put your hand in that pot and tell us. Can you reach?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can. I can reach. Can
There
I
it
bring it,
is.
a little
Yeah,
bit
yeah,
forward?
you
Can I
can
bring it
bring
forward?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're going to pull it out.
By the way,
and then,
I have never put my hand in something, but I'm see, this is what my problem is in this life.
Yeah.
I'm just always like, sure. When your hands I'm like,
No
I didn't
questions
question if
asked.
there was like something
no
in it.
hesitation. No, you're
No,
amazing.
That's why you have success.
You're a rebel.
Yeah.
Don't read it just yet.
Okay,
Just
so
pull it
keep it
out
close.
and keep it close. So, Karamo, tell us, what are we talking about today on Tea Time?
On Tea Time, we are talking about secrets.
I got a secret.
Secrets are no fun.
got a
Secrets are for everyone.
Okay.
No.
What do we?
Oh, he's ready.
I'm ready. Bitch, I love a secret. Let me tell you something. One of the beauties of so I'm a Scorpio. I keep a secret.
You got
very
a
well.
lot of secrets.
I got a lot of secrets, but I keep people's secrets.
That's fair.
Part of it is because I don't have no memory. So if you tell me, most likely within a day, I've forgotten
Give
it.
me a high five.
That's literally
Forgotten
my
it.
wife.
Best friends ever.
Best friend ever. I forgot it. Now, this is a hint for anybody. Not to go back to my best friend Trey. If he's around when you tell me the secret, bitch, he remembers every detail. He gonna remember what you had on, and in 3 years, he's gonna bring it up in detail about. Well, bitch, you remember when you had said that you had did this? Me, bitch, tell me
Gone.
today, girl, it's gone. Yeah.
So
you're-
So you and Trey the same.
Yes.
Very nice.
Yeah, I remember
Yes.
shit.
So yeah, I don't remember shit. So
I am a rememberer for sure.
He's the elephant of the
But
family.
you are good at keeping secrets.
Yeah.
Because I
Despite-
forget them.
But even if you remember them,
but even if I remember that, I'm good.
I'm good
Yeah.
because I know what it feels like to be. I know what it feels like to be.
For have somebody tell my business.
Yeah.
So I always am like, I don't want to tell anybody else's business because if I do remember it, I don't want that feeling.
But I
Yeah.
am also the person who'll tell your business without attaching your name to it. If I'm in a conversation and your secret pertains to the conversation
that
I'm
way?
having.
Am I that way, Trey? Okay, I'm not. Okay.
Okay. But if it pertains to the conversation I'm having, I'll be like, yeah, you know what? I experienced something, blah, 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 blah.
That's cute.
The person's not around, but I don't ever tell who it connects to.
Yes.
But sometimes, I mean, here's what I believe. If somebody tells me a secret, I'm supposed to know that information on a higher level and a earth level.
Agreed.
having a major problem. Hold on.
What happened?
I have no idea.
sitting
I'm
on those
so
lips.
uncomfortable. No.
other
Oh
lips.
my
The
God.
other
Don't
lips.
say that. That sounds. I'm sitting on a lip pillow.
Show what
I can't even show now. She thinks I'm.
It's a lip pillow I'm looking at
It's-
right
it's
now.
a lip pillow.
Oh my God. Cut all that out. Go ahead. Back to
No, we're not
secrets.
cutting it out. But I do believe that, you know, when you talk to people, even in a podcast that's like a scheduled conversation,
Yeah.
we're going to learn things from people.
Of
And we're
course.
going to learn, and I'm going to take them with me and hopefully move forward in my education.
Yeah.
And when I learn a secret, that lesson that you're telling me or what you experienced might help me in the future as well. And I keep my mouth shut because, as some of you know, my parents read my diary when I was 13 years old and I was on 12 years old and I was on punishment for a whole entire year.
Wow.
And-
what was you writing about at 12, girl?
I'm writing a book about it.
Oh, bitch, I cannot wait for that book.
I'm writing a memoir about it. And I felt violated from the person who told my father that they found my diary.
Yeah.
And I never trusted that person again,
of
truly.
course, yeah.
And so I know what it feels like. And I
Yeah.
would never do that to anybody. But I will tell you about yourself when you tell me your secret and it's stupid as fuck.
Oh, I'm gonna tell somebody
I'ma
about
tell
themselves. Yeah. I am the friend that's gonna tell you like, bitch, you know you kind of dumb for that, or like maybe that's how you can grow from that. That I will always be.
Always
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
I also think there is a difference between a secret and privacy. And what happened to you with a diary specifically was a true invasion of your privacy.
Yeah.
And a secret is intentional withholding. And I think privacy is something that there's
Now, my diary was a secret.
but you're okay, but
I understand
that's
what you're saying.
yeah. I mean, like you had a diary is a designated place for you to write your thoughts and feelings,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's maybe a secret, but it's also a private place. It's different than trying to consciously withhold information from somebody, which is more of a secret. Which a secret has a lot of negative connotations, but I think there are good secrets, like a surprise party. That's
Oh,
a
yeah,
secret
yeah,
I'm going to
keep
keep.
secret.
Yeah.
Versus like. I'm cheating. That's a secret.
So in your youth, growing up in your family dynamic, were there secrets allowed? I know, and I say that because in some cultures,
Yeah.
family secrets are important to keep, and in some cultures, they're not.
Oh yeah, they'll talk about them. No, our culture, we were talking about it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we weren't talking about them.
Right.
Secrets were held. People, we knew something was going on. There was a secret about paternity in our family that just was confirmed not to be true, that for the longest had been told 1,000,001 times.
Oh, wow.
And the only reason that it was confirmed not to be true recently is because my ass was like, girl, can we talk about this now, girl? Because I'm in my 40s now, bitch. Let me find out. Is that your daddy? I need to know. And
I can't with you, yo.
it stirred up a lot of stuff
I bet
because
it
everybody
did.
was like pissed at me. And I was like, well, girl, y'all all been talking about this for 40 years. I was 7 and y'all were talking about this. So I need to know. And so, yeah, my family is that culture of like, keep the secret. Don't talk about it. Don't say this.
Yeah.
We had a family member that went to jail for something that wasn't even their fault. It was something that was, and no one in the family knew what was going on. And I was thinking like, wow, what a disservice we're doing by keeping the secret when this person could use support
Yes.
from the rest of us. And instead of giving that person that support, we've now held this secret in because of our embarrassment. And now they've went through this experience thinking no one cares and no one's there for them. And so I don't like secrets in that way.
I say often that secrets keep you sick. And it is really proven now psychologically that people who are holding secrets are in a whole lot more stress and a whole lot more torment than people who can just express their truth.
This is why I told y'all when we came on the thing, I was like, y'all can ask me anything. I have nothing to hide. I'll tell y'all anything y'all want to go. We'll go down the path. We'll say anything. And this is also why I got a talk show, because honestly, one of the things is because I am nosy. And so, nosy as hell, girl. I want to know everybody's secrets. And so, like, sometimes on my show, the producers will do what they do of talking to the guests, and then I'll go in there and be like, but girl, tell me.
Same. We'll talk about this off camera.
Like, what's going on, girl? Yeah. And then I don't say anything, but now once they're sitting in front of me, bitch, they know that I know the tea. And I'd be like, is there anything else you feel like can help you really get through this?
You're a mess.
Hilarious.
I'd be like,
Such a Scorpio.
Is there anything you think that can help you grow in this moment? And then you're gonna be like, bitch. And then they tell their secret. And like you said, they're no longer sick.
Yeah.
They had growth. There's revelation. There's breakthrough. You know what I mean? And luckily, I do use the skills to kind of help guide them up and like smack them up.
Yeah.
But girl, I'm good for doing that.
I mean, that's why you took Maury's job.
Amen, girl. I didn't want to take Maury's job. I can be real
First
with
of
y'all.
all, I love Maury. So the fact that you
Maury.
were on that set and got to even be a
Yes.
part of the transition, I'm shitting myself. That was a secret to me.
Yes.
It was a secret, right?
It was, yeah.
So tell the secret.
When that happened, I was like, this is an opportunity, and this is no disrespect to Maury because I actually really respect Maury. I will say there have been times on some of those shows where the healing wasn't there.
Correct.
There was a lot of like, let's just show what you're doing, let's show your business, and then you go off. And I don't hate on Maury for that because it was a different time and we have different skill sets. But I'll tell you this, I do believe that whatever higher power there is for this life put me in this space because majority of the people who are guests on daytime talk shows like mine that help real people are black or queer people.
Most definitely.
All of them are black or queer
Jerry
people.
Springer.
Black or queer. Black or quear. And now you have a black queer man that sits in front of these people. And I'm like, so when I hear their stories, I see the trauma, I see the heartache, I see the healing that needs to happen. And yes, you can be messy, you can have a good time, but I promise you that it always comes to some point in my talk show where I'm like, okay, now we got to cut the bullshit. Now we got to get to the core because you got to heal. Like, I need you to...
You want to help people.
Yeah, I'm like, I need you. No, you're not going, yes, we've done the like, boo, 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 rah, 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 fuck you, girl, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, cute, you got it out? Okay, now what do we need to get to the next step for you to heal? And that's where I'm like, oh God, I saw your purpose. Like, now I see why you brought me over here to Connecticut to be in Maury's stage. I got it, okay. Because like sometimes when we do this DNA test, like people would be like shocked and hurt and like whatever. And like I always tell people where Maury's show stopped is where I start continuing.
Beautiful.
So like when somebody runs off, they're not running off my stage. They're coming right back so we can talk about, now what does this mean that you just learned the secret? What does it mean that you now have this? And I feel really proud. And we're going to season 4, girls, and the checks took over.
Congratulations. All the checks.
Oh yeah, all the checks.
All the
Season
checks.
10, we're out season 4. I told y'all, I'm tricking off whatever man come in my life.
As you should.
Baby, where you at? I'm ready to trick you off. Where you at? You want my Amex, baby? I got you.
Oh my God.
What you need? You got? You
Is
need
it
new-
platinum or black?
It's platinum and black. I got both. I give the platinum one. I give to
I'm about
them.
to become a gay man.
The platinum I put on their name so they can have one of the platinum
That's
ones.
cute, and you take their credit.
Yeah.
sweet.
No, I help their credit go up.
That's very kind
because
of
they
you.
get all mine, so they got my credit because I give them I put an authorized user on my platinum.
Okay, we need to help you heal from this because you can't keep tricking like you mean it out here in these streets.
But
I'm gonna need somebody to come and take care of you too.
Yeah.
See, this is the thing, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I am surrounded. My 3 best friends I've had since I was 15 and 18. We've known each other for 25 years and have never separated. Never. We've had no arguments in our life. And so I feel so taken care of and so loved that I'm like, let me take care of you, baby. You know what I mean?
That's cute.
You know what I mean? Like, I had a man, you know my ex,
Yes.
that I was with for 10 years. He was probably the only man that I felt like equally took care of me. He was a gem.
He was emotionally there.
Emotionally. He cooked.
I know him.
You know he too?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, we know.
You know it. So he was perfect. He is perfect.
You know, you guys had your situation, and
Oh yeah, but no, we grew apart, girl. No, we needed that.
Everyone did in COVID.
This reminiscent, right, was like I want to get back together. I was saying, like,
Yeah, no, it's acknowledging
It's
the good.
acknowledging
it was acknowledging the
Yeah.
good, yeah.
And the bad can be kept a secret. Speaking
Well, girl,
of
Raven, you said
secrets-
you know the bad. Tell me the bad that you heard.
No, boo boo. That's not my. Listen, I was kept a secret.
Tell me, girl, Raven, you said
I
you was
don't
gonna tell
tell
me.
secrets.
Not on camera.
Why?
Because.
Okay, girl, I told you I
Because
go
I know
everywhere.
I have his text messages, and I'm still trying to work with him because I love him. I'm never gonna tell what he told me, boo. But I will
Okay.
say this, babes. I know you have a question next, but I just want to put this little kiki out here.
I love
just
this
to get
though.
your
She's a
opinion.
real one. She said she ain't
Oh
keeping
no,
it.
no, no.
She said
I've
she
known
gonna
Ian
tell
for
it.
I've known Ian for too long.
Yeah. You
Oh, I
said
heard
you
her saying
did
his
it.
name. Hi, Ian.
Okay.
We love you. I do want to say this.
DMing
Hey,
Ian the
Daddy,
other
how you
day.
doing?
This has nothing to do with secrets. I just want your opinion, both of you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, go back to the early 90s
Yes.
when Jerry Springer and Maury were popping.
Pop in.
There was no such thing as internet, and there was no such thing as like the comment section.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Now, close your eyes.
Okay.
You just finished an episode of Maury, or mostly Jerry Springer.
You asked me what I'm going to eat. I'm going to be
Isn't
so pissed at you.
Shut up. Isn't the comment section the audience responses at the end of the show?
Yes.
Yeah.
We just moved from Jerry Springer's audience section to the comment section, you guys. He literally is Instagram. He set it up.
He set it up.
You guys, so if you're ever mad at the people in the comments, you guys
Blame Jerry.
Blame
just blame Jerry
Rest in peace,
Springer.
Jerry. Rest
Oh
in
my
peace, Jerry.
God.
On the studio outside of the NBC studios, it's Maury's picture, my picture, and Jerry's picture.
Whoa.
I'm not joking.
Oh
and
my
Steve
God,
Wilkos'
that's
picture.
That's a reverse Oreo
It
right
is.
there.
Reverse Oreo right there.
So vanilla chocolate sandwich.
Yeah, exactly.
I know.
That's
But that's what I talked about when I said that responsibility.
Yeah, it's a huge.
Like, I really do take this, all jokes aside, I take this, not to keep him referencing the best friend Trey, but because he's with me, he goes to work with me every day. He runs my career. And so I literally am at work and I will be like, I gotta change something. I gotta rectify it. Because I'd be like, I love those shows. I watch them all day long. But I'm like, I gotta do some damage control. I gotta do some, whatever.
You gotta enlighten the situation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But those are some men, I wish I could have their numbers on TV. Like, that was the heyday of TV, baby.
Heyday. Oh my gosh.
Ooh, I wish I could get their checks too.
Ooh, it was different.
Ooh, it was
different.
That money back then?
Don't make no damn sense.
No sense, girl. But I still got the money now.
He's
so
like
baby, come on, come
salivating
through.
for
I
it.
know.
Oh my God, he's so excited.
Baby, where you at, baby?
Do you have a secret that now isn't a secret, but once upon a time was something that felt very secret?
Tiv.
It's a hard way.
So can I try and
I
ask
mean,
it?
kinda. Like,
He gets it.
I told everyone that I was gay. I let them in when I was gay at 15. So that was kind of something. But like, I have another best friend named Ray, and he, like, we used to be in school, and I used to be like, man, I would love to see that dude naked. And they all thought that, they used to say I was wild, and they would think I was joking. They thought I was just like, they, but I was like, no, I told y'all. I was telling y'all. So it was like an open secret. I think I've always had open secrets. I don't think I've ever had. I'm telling you, I've been an open book.
That's beautiful, babes. Have you had a secret that you had as a child that as you grew up it kind of dissipated and didn't turn into
Which
anything?
one?
Yeah. So when I was in third grade, there was this do not touch section of our classroom where this really like
This
traumatized me. My teacher had a do not touch section of our classroom, and it was like the museum. And she would bring in artifacts and things and put them there, and then we would like all just look at them and not touch.
Yeah.
And one day she brought in a snakeskin, a freshly shed snakeskin, and she put it down and it was still completely like in its form. And it was so delicate. It's like,
that?
I have no fucking
part.
idea.
Okay.
She went to Campbell Hall.
Okay, yeah.
I wasn't at Campbell Hall for elementary school.
okay.
I was at St. James. And she was an interesting woman. Anyway, so she brings it and it's like, we can't touch. I was fascinated by this thing. But if anyone is familiar with a snakeskin, it's like the thinnest paper. I mean, it like disintegrates in your hands. And
so how'd she keep it together?
I
I'm
don't
sorry,
know.
I'm wrong question.
I don't know.
I'm like, what is
Listen,
this doing?
I don't
How
know.
she got all this shit and she keeping it together?
Very,
Okay.
very carefully. Recess happens. Everyone goes out to recess, and I went out to the yard, but then I came back into the classroom to get something I had forgotten, and the snakeskin was calling to me, and I just was like, no one was in there.
my
I
wife.
peer up and over, and I was like, I'm just gonna just touch it for a second, and I touch the snakeskin, and it just breaks
She
into
doesn't
like.
touch the snakeskin because look at her hands. This is touching. You went to
She
pick it up.
She did that.
I was like, I'm just gonna hold the snakeskin,
There you
and it
go.
just. I don't actually remember. I'm gonna just touch it. Whatever. I fucking broke the snakeskin. And I was like, oh my God. And I run back. And we come back in from recess, and my teacher is standing before the class, and she says, the snakeskin is broken. Who touched it? And I remember I looked down at my nails and I thought, there's only 3 more years till I'm in 6th grade. And after 6th grade, I graduate and I don't go to the school anymore. Just keep the secret. And she made us all write standards, which are, I don't know if you know what standards are, if anyone knows what standards are,
what are standards?
but it was when a sentence was written up on the board and you had to write that sentence over
like in
and
The
over.
Simpsons.
Like in The Simpsons.
Yeah,
Oh,
as
yeah.
like punishment. And we all had to do
They
that.
really did that?
Yeah, in my school.
Oh, white people. Okay, yeah. I was like, I thought that was just a Bart Simpson thing.
No.
They made y'all sit at the board and really write a sentence over and over again?
Yeah.
I would have done that punishment in a heartbeat.
Her handwriting is amazing.
Bitch, I would have been like, I just got to write on the board, bitch. Yeah, great. Sure. Like, okay, bitch, I'm going to fuck up again. Like,
No, it was just on a piece of paper over and over.
and it was on a piece of paper?
Yeah.
Bitch, I got to be sitting at a desk?
Yeah.
I mean, that's cute.
That was,
What?
because they couldn't hit us. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I never told that secret until now.
Okay. I guess if we're talking about, I used to be a kleptomaniac, but I told people about that.
Oh, I love
Oh,
that.
you talking about, yes, I was. Don't give a confirmation, Trey. Bitch, I hate. I used to steal all the time.
From where?
Everywhere. But I used to steal stupid shit, too. Like I
Like
used
before Winona or like after Winona?
Before, for sure.
Before.
Oh,
Like,
nice.
yeah.
Okay, originator.
And during.
Okay, yeah. Like, I used to go into, like, we had no money, so I would go. So this was my scam. This scam might still work for people today.
You're welcome.
Okay, like take a piece of paper out and write this down.
Write a
So
standard.
during the holidays, they get so many returns and stuff that department stores do not like put back on the sensors.
Yeah.
They usually just put things back out.
Oh.
So I would go in the morning and just watch as people would make the returns, and then as they fold them and put them back up, I just put them into the bag
Smart.
and like walk right out. And it wouldn't always be in my size because I'd get niggas gifts. And so I was
generous.
Just generous. I'd be like, hey, I got you this. And it was like, because didn't have a sensor on, I was like, oh, this could fit my sister, my auntie, girl, you got a new shirt. And so
Nice. That's clever.
it was.
That also sounds like it takes a lot of work. I mean, you had to like get there early. You had to assess. You had to read the
It
room.
sounds like it took a lot of work, but it wasn't.
Oh.
I would just sit down on a bench and watch the returns. Like, it wasn't a lot of returns. And then the busy worker would just fold it up and I would put it in my bag and then sit back on my bench. Until
I love it.
More
like,
returns happened.
More returns happen.
There you
Because
go.
if I have a bag and it's full and I'm sitting on the bench, I'm not like a criminal. Y'all not looking like he's running.
Yeah.
Never got caught either.
Never got caught. I also used to steal now and laters and Starburst and candy from the convenience store on my way to school and then sell it at school.
Yes, hustler.
Because I had no lunch money. I was on free or reduced lunch, and sometimes they had also the little cute section where you could buy like the cute stuff, but I had no money for the cute stuff. So I would steal the candy, sell the candy before lunch period, by fourth period, and then
But you had
You were
older
smart.
sisters. They didn't beat your ass? They didn't beat your ass?
none of them.
Wow.
No,
'Cause they
was
were
wearing-
getting them shirts.
They was wearing the
Yeah,
shirts
exactly. And eating the
they was
candy.
wearing
They
the
were
shirts
happy.
and would take the money out of my backpack. They'd be like, "Where you get this $5 from?" And I'd be like, "Oh, fine, it's yours now."
Oh, I like that.
And so yeah, I was a little klepto.
Always provider.
I had a best
Always.
friend who was a kleptomaniac.
Yeah.
And the thing about her and our situation was like, you have money. You're really doing this because you have like a psychological disorder.
So that's what got me. I ain't had no money. So when I was stealing, we
You
didn't
had
have the
real
clothes.
motivation.
It was real motivation. I wanted something. Yeah, it bothers me when people steal and you got stuff. It's like, what's the thrill by
It's a
that?
mental
Like,
health
no, that is
Yeah,
a mental
it's
health.
like a mental health.
She's banned from Sephora.
Really?
Yes,
And
because
she got like 3 kids now.
because she stole. She's reformed, but she stole so much shit from Sephora, and I was like, bitch, I would have bought it for you. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing?
She got arrested at the Sephora in New York City. Like, that is hardcore. You went to New York City
they
jail.
got jail?
Like,
Damn.
shit.
Have y'all ever been in jail? I've never been in jail.
I've never been in jail.
You been in jail?
Babes goes to jail all the time.
Yeah, no jail.
That's her secret. Can you imagine? She follows all the rules.
Exactly.
Megan would be the
I'm such
last
a rule
person.
follower, you guys. It's ridiculous.
Do you have a secret though, baby?
I do have a secret.
You can tell us?
I was in middle school.
Yeah.
And my dad was ordering ice cream from the ice cream truck that would like go through neighborhoods and you would buy bulks of ice cream. And he bought the strawberry shortcake one on a stick that was like covered in those pops.
Yes.
And he put it in the freezer. And I've always been thick. You know what I mean? Some people would call it fluffy. I call it thick as fuck. Anyway.
That was an interesting told you that, girl, because you was skinny as hell. Because if you would have compared yourself to any girls in my neighborhood, girl, you was skinny, girl. I watched
you.
Raven and everything else you was on. Girl, you was skinny. You just had titties.
I did have titties.
Yeah, that was
and in
it.
Hollywood, I was...
They thought you was thick.
Yeah.
Wasn't that crazy?
Yeah.
How they fuck with your head like that?
Still fucks with my head anyway.
Okay.
So this was before I even got on That So Raven.
Yeah.
This was like middle school. So every night I would come home from school and my parents weren't there because we had a chain of vending machines. And my dad, I don't know where he was, but my mom and brother she would pick him up from school and they would go around the city and fill all the vending machines with like hot fries and honey buns and all these kind of things. So I was at home by myself. I got into some other things, but then I opened the freezer and I was like, this looks good. Let me taste this. That shit was delicious. And I would go upstairs and I would eat it while watching television. And then kind of did this every day, maybe twice a day sometimes. And I think within the next 2 weeks, my dad brought everybody into the house. He was a mess. He was very angry all the time. And he's like, who ate the ice cream?
Not me.
I did not eat that
Could it
ice
be?
cream. Not me.
Not me.
Kept that secret for 3 to 4 years. He found a wrapper in my backpack, hit me upside the head with a book. And he was like, you kept it? OJ, you kept that secret for that long? I say, yes.
Oh, you
hell,
kept the
I
rapper
did.
for that long too?
That's what
Listen.
This bitch loses everything. The fact that you were able to keep a rapper
You
for 4
kept the
years.
evidence?
I had multiple backpacks, and so as I switched them out, you tuck it in the side because I couldn't put it in the couch and I couldn't put it in the trash can because the parents would see it.
Yeah,
have
you weren't
buried
no real
it in the
thief.
trash.
You weren't a real thief. Everybody.
No! I was just a fat girl.
Department bags I used to get, girl. After I emptied them out, you would think I'd say, "Let me keep this for the next time I go steal." Nah,
Smart.
girl, those were in the trash.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
I
I
need
was
that gone.
environmentally
You have to
saved.
burn them.
You gotta burn.
I didn't. I wasn't smart enough, you guys, which is why I got hit with a book about it afterwards. But yeah, that's my biggest secret that I finally told later. My mom was like, "You are crazy."
Okay.
I have a food one too. I ate an entire loaf of bread and an entire jar of peanut butter. And my dad then came into the kitchen. He was like, where the hell's the bread? I want a piece of toast. And I was like, the dog ate it. And he was like,
No. We're not finishing this story. My wife the other day did this. You guys, my wife and these
You did this again?
What did I do? No. She was driving in the car and she had to scratch her foot or something. So she puts her foot up
that's
on...
just lying. This is
The
just
secret is a
lying.
lie. She puts her foot up on the
Secret
dashboard.
isn't always a lie.
And she puts her foot up on the dashboard and she accidentally swerves into the next lane. And this guy's like,
Raven's not even in the car.
There's a bee. There's no bee. You put your foot up here while you were driving. There's no bee. My wife can come up with a cover story like
is true.
that.
She good at gaslighting.
She good.
No,
That's
I don't
That was a
gaslight her.
gaslight. That was yeah. You said it was a bee, and she was in the passenger seat.
Raven wasn't in the car.
Oh, I thought you were in the car. I was like, oh,
Raven
The
wasn't-
person
no.
drove up next to her.
This is what happened. That moment happened, and when I swerved, and this man in his very big Mercedes got very mad at me for swerving, and I was like, "You're right, I was wrong." But I played out the whole thing. Had I actually hit him, what I would have had to tell
You said
the
it was a
cop,
bee.
I would have said, "Listen, there was a bee in the car, and I swerved to avoid the bee because I'm allergic to bees, and if I get stung, anaphylactic." And then like we're all then,
Works for me. Then I gonna test you to know.
Would you like some
Exactly.
more water?
I would. I'm thirsty. You said I was like this. Can
I know.
Do we have any
that,
Some more
that
water,
view cup
please,
is
sir.
not. So for the first time ever, we are
Okay.
going to do a little segment, a little fun game called Sip or Spill.
Oh, fun.
Okay. I'm going to read off a few different scenarios, and we're going to decide if we would keep the secret, sip, or tell the secret, spill.
I love it.
Okay. A friend has a huge, very visible tattoo that they designed and are proud of, but you noticed it's misspelled. Sip or spill?
Bill, girl, and I'm gonna laugh at him.
For sure. Same.
I'm gonna laugh. I'm like, you dumb hoe. You didn't spell check. But the real truth is that in my life, because I don't know how to spell, that would be me.
I don't know how to spell either.
What trauma did we have?
A lot.
A lot, girl. A lot.
Oh, shit. Okay, keep going, babe.
Okay. Well, you didn't answer.
Oh, I'm laughing. I'm never going to tell her.
Okay.
Are you not gonna tell them?
Hell no, that shit is
Hilarious.
hilarious. Just for me. Just for me.
Your friend confesses to you that they cheated on their partner, who is also your very close friend and doesn't know.
I'm
Are you?
spilling.
You're spilling.
I'm totally telling my friend that they got cheated on. I'm not doing that.
but they're both
but you
your
said
friends.
they're both my friends.
Yeah.
Which one's more your friend? There's always one.
Yeah, okay. Because this is tricky.
It is
This
tricky.
is tricky. This is tricky. So in this case, I am going to spill, but I'm going to do what I know how to do, and I do it very well. Trey will tell you. I will get them both to eventually get in the room and share it.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, because I would
That's
do something
clean.
like this. I'd be like,
good
knowing that they're
manipulation.
both messing around, I'd be like, oh well, if you come in at 12, why don't y'all just come together? And to be like, well, who you riding with? And it's like
That's very kind.
they'll
to
piece
do.
it together.
That's
They'll
beautiful.
But I will do the things to make them piece it together.
I love that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would kind of do that too.
Yeah.
I would figure out how to
yeah,
maneuver.
like maneuver. Y'all gonna learn today.
I'm
Or-
not that friend. I'm texting you. He fucking around. Let's go.
But the other friend, your friend too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you shouldn't be fucking around. Let's go.
You know, I was gonna say
Bitch, you know
that-
what, Raymond? Cheers.
That would be a little bit of my maneuvering is I would somehow figure out how to get one of the people to come clean.
Yeah, one of them. That's what I would
Yeah.
do. They're gonna come clean.
Yeah.
Because the thing is that one of the friends, that both my friends, they're gonna be mad at me because I knew. So that's why I'm like, y'all gotta tell each other.
Yeah. You're helping throw a surprise party and the guest of honor asks you directly if something's going on. They hate surprises.
Tell. I hate surprises, and bitch, if anybody ever throws me a surprise party, I'm gonna cuss you the fuck out.
There you go.
I don't want it. Amen. I just tell. You heard him. He said he
Amen.
would tell me.
Yep.
I listen. I don't even like the surprise at the end of a movie. I want to know the ending before.
Oh, damn.
Am I lying?
You're a control freak.
Yes, I am, girl.
Wow.
Yes, I am, girl.
Wear that
Tell me,
badge
I don't want
proud.
none of that surprise. So, bitch, if you ask me, bitch, and I know you don't like, if I know you like surprises, then I'm not gonna tell you.
Right.
But if I know you don't like surprises, bitch, I'm gonna be like, girl, yeah, it's at Tuesday at 2. Girl, this the attire, so you come cute. Okay.
There you go.
I'm gonna sip. I'm gonna keep it. I tried to throw my wife a surprise party. It was very difficult. And
Do you like surprises though?
Do you want me to? No. And do you want me to tell the biggest secret right
Yeah.
now?
Yeah.
I knew.
How'd you know?
I
And
knew.
why did you still act the way that you did if you knew?
Because she was making you happy.
Because
Oh, she would make me.
I was so unhappy about it. But I knew. I had found out a
Why
while
were you so
before.
unhappy about it?
Because I hate surprises. And I was just like, and then
Your sister told me to do this.
I know it was her fault, but I found out. And I
Who
knew.
told you?
I don't remember how I found out. But I found out.
But you knew.
But
You
I
knew.
knew.
My wife was so funny. It's like, surprise! I need to go to the grocery store, and then leaves her whole entire surprise party.
Really?
For like 20
I
minutes to go to the
I
grocery
panicked.
store.
I wasn't. Yeah, I just.
Everybody
was
was like,
See, that's why if I knew you, I'd be like, girl, so they throwing a party. Okay, so listen, come prepared. Get an hour before.
Yeah.
Like, girl, like, this what Raven wearing, girl. So, like, just, like, match the outfit, girl. You know what I
totally.
mean?
And I need you in my life.
And
Thank
then,
you.
like, before you walked in, I'd be like, okay, this is who's here. Do you need me to move anybody to the back?
Right.
I do all of that. And so then when you come in, you see the people you want, and you be like, oh my gosh, I'm happy. And the people you don't want is in the back. Girl, you already got your crew. That's who
Yeah.
I am, girl. I'm
I was like-
gonna spill it.
I was really going through something that year. I don't
really
know.
were.
I wasn't. I'm sorry. I'm taking this moment to apologize to you because I don't even.
Hey, look me in the eye and say,
I'm really sorry.
you are.
Yeah.
I'm
No.
Sorry.
Thanks.
Because it was really sweet of you.
I really tried.
You really tried. I think Mimi told me.
You're the one who told Sestra.
I think my sister told me.
Anyway, keep going.
It was
We're not-
crazy.
This is not about
I
us.
blocked it out. Okay.
It can be. I'm here to navigate this conversation for you. So, Raven, talk about it. Tell us.
Okay, I'd like to talk about
Yeah,
it.
so-
Really? We're going in?
Listen, I normally don't do big parties,
Yeah.
especially for someone who's expressed that they're control freaks a little bit.
Yeah.
So I confided in her sister to say like, hey, what should we do? She's like, she's never had a surprise party. She's always wanted it. And we worked really hard. I was like, you sure? And I remember saying, are you sure? Yes, we'll do it. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And it really did hurt my feelings the way my wife showed up to the party and like left. And I was a good partner. I took her
You
to
took
the
me.
grocery
We
store.
left together.
And then did what? Yeah.
And did what we did with her, but then I was just like, literally, she didn't know, but I'm literally apologizing to everyone at the party. Like, I'm sorry she left. She did this, and it was.
I apologize too to everyone.
It was
I
a
remember.
lot of
So
cleanup.
Mimi, your sister, is the one who did this.
Yeah.
So it sounds like the person who really needs to be apologizing is Mimi. So hold on, we have Mimi here. Mimi, come on out.
Oh my God, Mimi!
Okay. Now welcome to the Karamo Show. We just switched this whole shit up now. Okay.
So great. I love it.
Okay, that's
Mimi
how
would
we
be
do
like,
it.
what the fuck?
Exactly.
But it is my sister. What the fuck, Biggie? My nickname is Biggie. Oh my God, hilarious.
love it.
Anyway, it was great. I
love you,
did
babes,
leave.
and
I love you too.
girl.
I just
you
like,
too.
I don't know, surprise parties. I do want another one.
No, you're not getting one.
Okay, no.
You're
I just
not
want to
getting shit
plan
from
it.
me.
I just want to plan
That
it.
I know that logic totally.
Yeah.
Okay, somebody explain it to me, please.
So me being able to be involved in my surprise party allows it to be a great surprise party.
Yeah. Like me getting to tell you everything that I want is,
Yes.
and then it's perfect. Like,
This is
it's
why I
great.
told you I would text you and say this so you could be like, no, I want this here,
Yeah.
this is there,
Yeah.
and then be like, oh my god.
You guys. It
doesn't-
literally is not a surprise party then. It's literally just a party.
No, because it's a surprise for y'all.
Yeah. We're surprising you. That's exactly.
Yeah, it's a surprise party.
perfect.
Like,
It's
Ask the next question. I can't with
Okay.
this logic right
Your
now.
friend's kid told you a huge family secret by accident. No one else knows, including their parents.
Oh, I'm sipping it. I'm keeping it forever and looking everybody in the eye, dead into their soul. I know what you did, bitch.
oh no, the
Oh, I'ma keep
kid,
it.
The kid.
it depends.
That's hard.
It depends because like my best friend Ray has a kid and she told me something that she did and I immediately was like, hey, watch it. I was like, but don't let her know this is the way you got to get into it because sometimes, one secret with the kid, then it turns into 14 secrets. And so,
Yeah.
a little bit of intervention. But you're going to look in her eye and like be like, little bitch, I know your secret. Do it.
Exactly. Because I also pride myself on being like auntie. You know what I mean? Like,
Got
you're
it.
going to get
Yeah, you
cussed
love
out
that.
because you did the bad thing.
Yeah.
But I'm also going to say, hey, eventually you're going to have to tell.
Oh, yeah.
I'll keep it until you do, but I
Yeah.
expect you to tell it before you turn 18.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm going to keep it so that when we're in the room with your family, I can be looking at you like this.
No.
She loves that.
No, I'm going to spell it. I'm going to tell the parents, but I'm going to help the parents. I did this recently. I'm going to help the parents navigate it so that the kid doesn't know
Oh, that's nice.
that I told, but they can also be aware.
That's very
Yeah,
nice.
so that's what I did.
So
yeah.
much.
Yeah.
You have kids.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah,
right. You
yeah,
are.
I
I
was
kind
gonna
of like, because you
say,
want to make sure they know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes
I'm
sense.
not a good auntie, I guess.
You're a great auntie. You guys, let's toast.
Toasties!
Toasty, toasty. Today on Tea Time,
Yes?
we are toasting to Oliver Widger.
Widger.
Oliver Widger.
Widger.
Oliver Widger.
Oliver is a 29-year-old guy from Oregon
What up, Oregon?
who has a dream to sail the world. After learning he had a spinal condition and being told it could one day lead to full paralysis, Oliver quit his corporate job, liquidated his 401k, bought a sailboat, and started to teach himself how to sail. A year later, on April 30th, Oliver set sail with his pet cat Phoenix along for the ride. Their first journey, a 25-day, 2,400-mile-long voyage from Oregon to Hawaii, which they have now successfully completed as of this past Saturday, which, I don't know, it's now many Saturdays away for you. So amazing, Oliver. Go live your
He's
life.
definitely not a wigger because let me tell you something. Ain't no nigga getting on no boat when I found I got paralysis, bitch. Let me stay at the house. We gonna find something else to do, okay, girl? So, bitch, let me find out, let you know. Bitch, that's the stupidest shit I ever heard, girl. Live your life, but that's so dumb, girl. And you took your cat on that journey? I'm so done with this.
Phoenix.
I'm so done with this.
I was kind of thinking the same thing. In the
Okay.
sense of like, get a plane
Hilarious.
ticket.
Get a plane ticket,
Get
bitch.
a plane
Go where you
ticket.
want to go, girl. Like, the boat
You ain't
ride.
going like this.
You over here
Time
rolling and
is
shit with a parrot. And the cat's like, why am I here? Like, what I do? Like, bitch, what I do?
On
Yeah.
another note, Oliver, I'm really proud of you on the other side of it.
Other side.
Because
Okay.
a lot of people will get very bad diagnoses and then their brain slows down their healing process faster than if they actually did sell their 401k and go out and
Live your life.
live your life. So I'm really proud of you for going out there and
Sailing the ocean blue.
and making it because that's dangerous, bruh.
Yes, yeah. I mean, I'm just saying,
dangerous.
I want you to live your life. I am proud of that too, but that just wasn't the way to do it. that wasn't a look. I don't.
Not with the cat.
But if that was your dream, not with a cat. Like that's really what I'm mad about, girl. You could have did it on your own. I don't know why people want to drag they pets in the shit. I love animals.
Always. They
Yeah.
always want to drag their cat.
Don't.
Just step into it.
Don't.
We learned yesterday why. from that.
Oh yeah, we like to anamorphize animals.
Have you seen Tracy Morgan recently?
No.
It's very interesting.
How's Tracy Morgan look? Let me see Tracy Morgan.
Karamo, thank you so much for being here. This has been absolutely wonderful.
We love you.
I love you all.
We love you.
Please, I'll come back anytime. Y'all are a good
Please,
time.
yay.
Yes.
Please tell us where we can find you and what's going on. And
You can find me on Netflix for season 10 of Queer Eye. That's going to be coming out very soon.
Yeah.
So
You can
exciting.
find me syndicated nationally around this country, or on Bravo or E for my daytime talk show Karamo, or you can find me on this amazing podcast. Which this is the best place to find me right here.
You're
okay?
gonna come back, and I'm gonna have your like potential new dates for you.
If you have dates set up for me, I'm telling you, I will take it so serious. This
Oh,
is not even a joke.
I'm
taking it
This
seriously
is,
too.
Like, yeah, I want to let you know, like, I'm seriously, like, I sign up for apps. I'm on apps. I'm, like, actively dating and going out
we gotta
and,
help you.
like, trying. Like, I'm about to be 45. I'm ready to settle down and find my person.
And have your baby girl.
And have my baby girl.
Let's do this.
I'm ready.
I love it.
Bye,
Thanks,
everyone.
Karamo.
Thank you so
Bye.
much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down there if you're a good match for Karamo. And even if you're not, leave a comment. We love you guys. See you next week.
Yeah, that part.
I love that outro. Y'all gonna buy me a date.